So my name is Harini. My mini project on topic fund flow and cash flow analysis of BMWIL. So about the company, the BMWIL has been trusted name in the steel industry for steel processing driven by the vision of the process with a purpose. So the company has 7 steel processing centers in Jamshedpur and Howdar. To unwavering dedication of quality and innovation has been the backbone of our ensuring success, providing the nation with the steel products that stand for the test of time. The company derives top quality products including steel, coils, TMT bars, tubes, pipes, meeting the evolving needs of industry with excellence and reliability. At PNW, industrial value has a patient people and practice trust and ownership commitment to sustainable development drive has to build a responsible ethical business that foster a sense of belonging and respect across the market. So then the methodology, the study is purely based on secondary data collection from the official balance sheet of PNW Industrial Limited for the financial year ending 31st March 2023 and 31st March 2024. The data was obtained from purely publicly available financial resources. The collection information has analyzed to prepare a statement changes working capital, a fund flow statement and cash flow statement as per the guidelines of accounting standard issued by the Institute of Chartered Accounting of India. Then schedule of changes in working capital. Then current assets inventories is 1033.86, previous year 68.19 is current year, decreasing in WC is 65.67. Then trade receivable 140.49, 108.39 is current year. Then decreasing in WC is 32.10. Cash and cash equipments like 13.07 is previous year, 3.39 is current year, 9.68 decreasing in WC. Then short term loans and advance is 18.84 is previous year, 13.32 is current year. Then 5.52 is decreasing in WC. Other current asset is 74.67, 40.67 in current year. That decreasing in WC is 34.00. Then total current asset 308.93 and 233.96. Then decreasing in WC is 146.97. Then the current liability, short term borrowings is 147.01, previous year, current year is 42.59. Then there is increasing in WBC is 104.42. Trade payables like previous year 37.30, current year 39.27. There is also increasing WC is 1.97. Other current asset 74.67 is previous, current year 40.67. There is decreasing in WC is 0.80. Short term provisions 0.19 is previous year, 0.08 is current year. There is decreasing in WC is 0.11. Total current asset is 200.50 is previous, then current 97.15. Increasing in WC is 106.39, decreasing 0.91. Working capital A minus B is 180.43 is previous, 136.81 is current year. Increasing in WBC, then decreasing in 43.62. Not in working capital is 43.62. Then the interpretation, working capital decreased by 33.62 crores, indicating a realized of fund. The decreasing mainly from the deduction of inventories, trade receivables and other current liabilities. Then the fund flow statement of B&W Industries Limited for the year ended 31st March 2024. Then decreasing in current asset amount 146.97. Then increasing in reserve and surplus 53.98. The decreasing in other non-current asset is 22.18. Increasing in difference of different tax limited is 0.56. Then increasing in long term provision is 0.30. Then applications and amount. The purpose of fixed asset 92.82. There is increasing intangible assets. Repayment of long-term borrowings 28.77. Repayment of decreasing in current liability 103.35. Then total 224.94. Then cash flow. Net profit before tax is March 12 months in 31.93, March 19 64.60, then March 18 is 12.00. Net cash from operating activities first is 128.05, 109.03, 91.89. The net cash used to investing activities minus 6.49, then 8.64, then minus 1.19. Net cash used in from financial activities minus 122.46, minus 113.69, minus 91.73. Net decreasing or increasing in cash and cash equivalents minus 0.90, then 0.99, minus 1.02. Opening cash and cash equivalences, that's 5.79, 0.85, 1.88. Then closing cash and cash equivalents 4.49, 4.84, 0.85. The interpretation, liquid asset, the company's liquid position is improved between the March 2023 and 24. The current ratio from 1 to 90 to 2.41 and the quick ratio from 1.23 to 1.71. This shows the B&W Industries Limited has strengthened its ability to meet short-term obligation from the available assets. So a significant fall in inventories 65.67 crores and the trade receivable 32.10 crore, reducing the pressure on working capital and realized the fund for other needs. Then the next one is solvency analysis. The total debt fell sharply from rupees 217.66 crore in financial year 2022 to 25 to 84.47 crore in financial year 2023 to 24, improving the debt to equity ratio from 0.37 to 0.13. This including the company less on external borrowings and used internal accruals to financial its operation and investments with stronger reserve and longer leverage. So the company long-term solvency position become more stable. Then the financial trend. Overall, the financial trend improving, shareholders fund increasing from rupees 581.22 crores to 635.20 crores and reserve grew by the rupees 53.98 crore, reflecting retaining profits. At the same time, both long-term and short-term borrowings declined to showing the company shift to self-financial cash balance feel the strength of rupees 9.68 crore because of large capital expenditures and debt repayment. Even through the operating cash inflow remained to robust. So the major sources of fund is realizing working capital due to the false current asset is rupees 1406.97 crore. Returning earning or a rise in reserve rupees 53.96 crore. Realization of non-current necessities 22.18 crore. Then minor increase in deferred tax and long-term liabilities is 1.81 crore compared. Then the major uses of fund: purchasing of fixed asset, repayment of long-term loans, and repayment or reduction of current liability. So the company displays a stronger liquidity and solvency in the financial year 2023 to 24. The company maintained its working capital efficiently and repaid the sustainable debt and still invested heavily in the fixed asset during the internal funds. So this pattern is reflect the sound of financial management and healthy long term towards the longer dependence on borrowings and improve the operational efficiency. Then the findings: working capital movement. Working capital decreased to rupees 43.62 crores, representing a reliance of fund. This indicates improved of efficiency managing then other current asset. So the sources of fund is decreasing in current asset, increasing the reserve bank and surplus, realizing the other non-current asset. Uses of the fund, like the purpose of fixed asset is 92.82 crore, repayment of reduction in current assets 103.35 crore. The total source on uses of balance is 224.96 crore, confirming the accuracy of fund flow analysis. Then the cash flow position: net cash flow from the operating activities is 1,194.15 crore, strong inflow. Then investing activity 70.64 crore, outflow for assets purchase. Then financial activities is 133.91 crore, loan repayment. Then the net change in cash is 9.68 crore, consisting with the balance sheet figure. Then the liquidity: the current liquidity ratio improved to the 1.90 to 2.41 and quick ratio from the 1.23 to 1.71, showing the stronger short-term liquidity and improve the current asset quality. Solvency: the debt of equity ratio fell sharply to 0.37 to 0.13. That reflects the dependence on external borrowings and the capital structure. Then the profit retention: reserve increased by nearly 54 crore, suggesting that the profit were retaining rather than the distributing, strengthening the shareholders fund. Okay, then the conclusion: the company demonstrated remarkable improving in its financial health during the financial year of 2023 to 24 compared with the 2022 to 23. The company efficiency managed its resources, realizing fund for working capital, investing fixed asset without raising new borrowings. The liquidity and the solvency ratio show the positive trend supported by the high operating cash generating and declining leverage. So the overall the company financial position is appears to stronger, more stable and internally funded. The only cautionary note is the reduction in cash balance, which should be monitored to ensure the sufficient liquidity for the further operation. So the company 2023-24 performance reflect the sound of financial management, efficient working capital, utilizing the sustainable growth. So that's all. This is the company's balance sheet. So that's all. Thank you.